Okay, this tutorial is going to be a little bit different. I'm going to spend some time going over how to kind of dissect your poem and turn it into a storyboard, making sure that you're taking the hidden meaning within the poem and turning that into pictures in your storyboard. Okay, so let's get started. I'm just going to look at this first kind of scene here. So each stanza of a poem, so that's, and these lines are together here, that's a stanza. So each stanza represents a scene in your movie. So we're going to have 4 scenes here, and we're trying to think about how to represent this metaphorically and illustrate that into our movie. So we're not trying to find, like in this one it says, one of my wishes is that those dark trees, okay? We're not trying to find some really dark looking trees, okay? We're not trying to look for the picture perfect. We're trying to figure out what's the author trying to represent, what's the symbolism in here, and then how do we represent that symbolism with our shots, okay? So let's take apart this first one. Okay, one of my wishes is that those dark trees, so old and firm they scarcely show the breeze, were not as 'twere the merest mask of gloom, but stretched away unto the edge of doom. Okay, now this poem is called Into My Own by Robert Frost, and it's, I guess, an allegory of growing up. And really, it's using a reference in nature, so dark trees, and when they're kind of barren and like that, and using them to represent the past. Okay, so this is this whole poem is about all of us, how we grow up, we move away, and we do things that haven't been done before. Okay, so this kind of represents the past area. You could even say maybe the boring path. Okay, like if your parents were teachers, and then your grandparents were teachers, and your great-great-grandparents were teachers, and so on and so forth, and they want you to be a teacher also. That would be kind of like the past dictating your path. So it's kind of that idea of kind of this is where you're from. Maybe your history. It's kind of set in stone. It's gray. It's there. It's not really going to change. It doesn't even show the breeze. There's very, very gloomy references here, almost like winter and death a little bit. Kind of get the sense that maybe this path or this isn't for you. When you look at what everyone in your family has done, possibly it's not for you. Okay, so how do we translate that into storyboards? Okay, now one of the things that you're definitely going to want to work on is called cutting to the eyes. Okay, so this whole poem is kind of going on in someone's head. Okay, so you need to film their reaction to how all that is taking place. Okay, now our first shot is always going to be an establishing shot. So we're just going to set up where we're at. Well, we're filming inside of a school. Okay, so maybe we're outside of school. And let's use the rule of thirds here. Kind of divide this kind of tic-tac-toe board. Okay, and we'll put our main actor in the foreground, kind of like an over-the-shoulder shot here. looking at school. Okay? And then we want to get inside their head. So the next shot, we're going to go right to their eyes. We're just going to kind of leave them like a blank expression right now, okay? And maybe they look left. So this would be like an extreme close-up, okay? And then after they look left, we show something. You know what? We got trees in the area. We could actually show some trees. You know, maybe make reference to that. Well, we could also show other things. You know, maybe this is all in color, and then this is in black and white. Okay, maybe it shows, I don't know, a group of friends. You know, sometimes we have those friends that we used to have, you know, and maybe they're standing in a hallway here. Now, if your drawings aren't picture perfect, that's just fine. We'll probably call this a full shot. And when we have a full shot kind of setting up this, we want to get some emotion off of what's happening here with these kids. So let's show kind of like a medium close-up, or if a medium shot. Let's do a medium shot. And we have these friends talking to each other, you know, saying something or another. No hats on school. I'm just kidding. They can wear a hat. Okay, so we have some friends that are talking here in a medium shot. Okay, well, now we need to go back to our main guy. Okay, and so we would head back to our extreme close-up here in shot number 2. Okay, and maybe at this point, so he's looking at maybe some of his old friends that he used to have. Maybe this is black and white also. And maybe as he's saying, we're not as 'twere the merest mask of gloom, but stretched away unto the edge of doom. Maybe he, you know, it goes back to our close-up shot. He looks right, and he sees, oh, maybe the guidance office. Okay. You know, guidance office, they, you know, help you decide your future. Okay. Maybe it's the bulletin board that has, you know, teacher colleges on it or something like that. Okay. So, and maybe all these shots that are representing this first stanza, which is very bleak and desolate, maybe we do some stuff to the colors, like make it all black and white to show that kind of gloomy nature, this that this character is thinking about this portion of his life. Okay? And that's kind of a metaphorical way that you can set up how to represent these things inside of school. And you're going to want to do the same thing in your projects as well, to help you to make your own poetic video.